You know we're recording. Oh, yeah, we are recording. All right. Welcome, everybody, to our Wednesday night Epic Empire call. I'm so excited to see some of your beautiful faces. I say the people who are willing to take time out to invest in themselves will see the return in their business. So let me see who I have on, make sure I have people that are going to talk a little bit on. Yeah. All right. So as you guys know, we just got back from this crazy, amazing trip, right, in Cancun. And I wanted to open up the floor before we get started in the call tonight to share, allow people to share their experiences, what they learned, what they enjoyed, and how they can encourage you for the next couple years when these Success Club trips pop up and you're choosing whether or not you want to do it. So I want to turn the floor over to, I'm looking through to see who's on. The only person I see that's on was Kelsey. Kelsey, share this a little bit about what you enjoyed about the Success Club trip.
I didn't officially prepare anything, but so Cancun was obviously a lot of fun. I mean, beach, pool, all inclusive is great and everything, but what I thought was really cool was just who you're surrounded by the whole week. So obviously I knew it was going to be tons of Beachbody coaches, but we went to the workouts every morning and just like the energy. I mean, working out, yeah, I like it. Did I really feel like getting up at 6:30 so I could go to a 7 o'clock workout on vacation? I didn't think so, but we went the first day and like the energy in the whole room with all these people working out together and just, I can't even describe it. It sounds kind of nerdy, but it was super fun. And then I was just on a call with my downline team and talking to them about some of the coaches that I did get to talk to who, I mean, we're so used to seeing these successful coaches online and reading their posts and stuff like that. But it's cool to talk to them. And of course, they're real people, but to have them explain like they remember when they were just starting out as a coach or when they were an Emerald coach or, it wasn't that long ago for a lot of them. And so I got to sit down and we were talking to Summer Tucker and she was explaining how this is my 4th Success Club trip. And on the first one, it was literally just me. And then the second one, there was what did she say, 8 of her team was there. And then it went to 24. And then this year there was over 70 of her people from her team were there. So I guess it was cool because, we always talk about the compound effect and how the little things that you do each day add up. And I think I guess it really clicked for me when she was talking about that, how, it made sense to me before, of course, do the right things and eventually you're going to see the success. But I guess just the potential that's there and how I think the hardest part is in the beginning where you're trying to grow. You start with just you. And then as you grow, you get 2 coaches under you. And then you're all trying to get coaches and then their coaches get coaches. It begins to multiply a lot quicker, I guess. So she basically said, I know she tells her team, stick with me for 2 years and you're going to see, the income potential and it's going to happen. So I think that was probably the biggest takeaway that I got was just talking to her and hearing that and just having her relate to where each of us are on our journey and then just seeing what she's made out of it.
Absolutely. Love it. Thank you. What about you, Crystal? You were a newbie and you were invited on as a guest to a Success Club trip that your diamond coach earned, or your star diamond coach earned. How was your experience?
Sorry, I just got on, so I missed what you guys were talking about.
We're talking about a Success Club trip. What did you experience it? What did you enjoy? What did you learn?
I loved it. The whole meetings, what were they called? Stop. Sorry, my kids are eating dinner.
You're fine. The panel meeting?
Yes, the panel meetings. I love them. It's seeing all the people you follow online in person and talk about their business and how they became successful was just inspiring. I'm sorry, I lost train of thought. I wasn't prepared.
You don't have to go any deeper. I just wanted to see what about you, Jason Delancey? What was your biggest takeaway? Did he go away? Oh,
Alcohol.
there you are.
I took away a lot of alcohol. No, I didn't take it away. I kept it there.
A lot of tequila. Just kidding.
You know, the biggest thing for me for this trip wasn't for me at all. You know, my wife is corporate HR, and so she constant stress and constant stress and constant stress and can't relax and can't sleep because she's always thinking and et cetera, et cetera. And some of you know what that's like, and you don't have to be corporate to know what that's like. You just have to be a mom, I think. But for me, for her to be able to go and virtually completely unplug, not have to worry about anything, to be able to relax, to be able to sleep, that kind of stuff, that was what I took away from it most, I guess, on a personal level, just because she provides so much for us that was something I was able to give back, you know, and I can do that sometimes, but not always, you know, and being able to go on a Success Club trip, you know, and earn that is rewarding for me in that way, you know. Of course, you know, a couple pictures with Tony Horton is always exciting and awesome, you know, and getting to see everybody, even though I didn't hang out with you guys for dinner that night, at least I could show up and get the pic. That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So that was the big thing for me, though, was just being able to give back a little to my family. So
love it. That's awesome. I think that's one of mine for sure, is that I can bring my husband on a vacation. He not only gets to be a part of a vacation together without our kids, but he gets to experience Beachbody. You know, he's always in the background supporting and helping me in the business, but this is an opportunity for him to experience Beachbody and treat him a little bit, because he does, like I said, support when we're doing these calls, and I've got James coming down the stairs with no underwear on and stuff. He's helping me out and filling in. But
I wanted to say something that I thought was cute.
Uh-huh.
Like a group of husbands, and they were like, "So, hey, are you a coach? Are you a coach?" And they're like, "We're all the same. We're all discount coaches. That's our rank." I thought it was cute that all the husbands were like sitting there and talking about how they're all discount coaches.
Don't talk to Josh. Josh will be like, "I'm a diamond." he's so cool. Okay. All right, what about you, Kelly? This was your first big trip as a Star Diamond Beachbody coach. Okay, go upstairs. Kelly.
What? Yeah, hi.
Mm-hmm.
What am I saying?
Just share a little bit about what, you know, your takeaways for the Success Club trip and what
That
you enjoyed most.
That I didn't meet Janelle. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool just to like see all these people that we follow on Facebook and kind of see them in real life. Like, I don't know. I think this was the first time I met Summer Tucker. And just seeing these people that you like kind of look up to and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like them. And seeing how real they are and down to earth. Also, it's kind of fun just to be around different people that aren't on your team and to see how everybody just kind of does the same things as coaches and kind of reassuring that you're doing the right thing. But, and like Jason said, taking pictures with a celebrity, it was kind of fun. Like, you get excited and, like I said, you follow these people and, I mean, I know they're real people, but to actually get to see them and talk to them, you're like, woo! So, I don't know, it was fun. I just thought it was fun. I'm still wanting to go back.
That's so funny. Josh said you can talk to me anytime. He's considering himself somebody cool. Awesome.
He is.
Did I miss anybody else? I can't tell if Alex is on. If you're on, Alex, feel free to say something. I can't see you. But
I'm on.
okay.
Oh,
This is your second Success Club trip.
see me?
I'm on my slideshow, so I can't really see faces.
Oh no, I figured I just took like 20 minutes to log on. I had to get on my phone. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. It's this new Windows 8 thing. I guess I'm like
It's
I
okay.
guess I can't figure it out. Regardless.
That's all right.
The difference in the Success Club trip last year and this year for me was that last year I was pretty new into Beachbody. I didn't really know too much about how to work the business or about the importance of Success Club. I kind of just went because you took me, and because I just you told me what to do from when I signed until when we went. I just kind of did it. I didn't really see what it takes to get there on your own, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So the difference is that I had to work to earn this trip. I had to hold myself accountable, and for there were times in preparation to try and get up the $1,000 or whatever it cost to get on it. I was near the end of the month looking at SC2 and was like, oh wait, you know what I mean? Like I need to earn the money for the trip. So I guess the difference for me in the two, one of the differences is that I actually earned it this time. So like on the cruise, people would be like, oh, so, what rank are you? And although I was a diamond at the time, they were like, wait, how long have you been coaching? And I'm like, 4 months. And they were scratching their heads. And I'm like, yeah, Jatana brought me. So the difference is that this year it was more like an earned thing for me. And I felt like, you should be recognized kind of, because it's a big deal to hit Success Club all year and to qualify for it. But aside from that, my favorite parts on the Success Club trip was I really, aside from laying on the beach and the unlimited everything, which is always fun, I actually enjoyed kind of the panel discussion. I know it sounds crazy, but I really love listening to top coaches. They become more than a like page. They become more than a Facebook page or a YouTube video. They're real life in front of you. They pass you in the hall. They eat crepes at the table next to you. So then when you see them in the panel discussion and they have chairs with their names embroidered on it, you're like, wait, we just drank a margarita at the same bar. You know what I mean? Like it just becomes real. And then to hear them talk about how they got there, is important because different coaches have different perspectives and you kind of can pull little bits of advice out of, each story or each answer to the question or whatever. So that was fun. I don't know. I'm still kind of recovering. Like I feel like I'm still tired and I'm still trying to get in the groove of
reality.
Yeah, like my kids, all 4 of them. Like no, but anyways, I think it was a great, I think it's a great thing, and I think that it, I did not stress the importance of Beachbody events or Success Club trips or even Super Saturdays to my coaches until I got home from Cancun. And that sounds bad because I've been a coach for a while, but I think that when I was laying in a hammock on a balcony looking at palm trees and beach in Mexico and realizing I worked to get there and I didn't pay, it kind of became real to me. When I was on the cruise, you took me. I didn't work for it. So when I got there and I realized this is what I did, it became real to me. And so I think that it is important for people to set goals, like to make sure they're on the Success Club trip and to surround themselves with people that can have, good conversation about Beachbody and to be able to attend those workouts and events. And it kind of extends even to Super Saturday, like this weekend. Like it's kind of like a mini Success Club trip in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
you're segueing me to my next topic.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. All right, so that is a little synopsis of what we get to experience. It was amazing. Beachbody never lets you down. Like they go all out. And Nashville is going to be insane. I can't even fathom the craziness that they're going to put together for us. And working out with 30,000 coaches all at one time in downtown Nashville is going to be crazy. Like they usually have like helicopters flying above, video recording us because it literally is like Guinness Book World Records. It's crazy looking. But I do want to emphasize we have Super Saturday coming up this weekend. I say Super Saturday because we have people from all over the country and in Canada on our team. And some Super Saturdays are held on Saturday and some are held on Sunday. So ours, the DC market, is on Sunday, and we have Brigitte Linford and Trina Gray, who are both in the Millionaire Club and probably I have 15-star something diamond in different business centers. So they have so much business training to bring to you right there, and you can ask them questions afterwards. And even like Alex said, it's all about that interaction with coaches on a one-to-one basis where you're live and you're with them and you're working out with them, and you can ask them questions. What team are they from? What are they doing? Those hallway conversations are so important. That's how I network and meet some of these top coaches, where I can learn and pick their brains and find out what they're doing with their team. So be at a Super Saturday. You're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't make it to a Super Saturday. Make it a priority. Make it important. I know we have new coaches on the team, and I've been telling old coaches on the team for months to save the date. So there should be no excuses of I got to work, I got to this, I got to that. You've known for months that this weekend is Super Saturday. So, and I posted a video in Epic Empire today about how Summer's first Super Saturday, she drove I don't know how many hours with two kids in the car, and she made it happen, and it was a game changer in her business, and now she's making $360,000 a year 4 years later. So you never know what you're going to take away. And you leaders on the team who have, 10, 12 coaches in your downline, you never know what one of your coaches are going to take away at these events. So even if you aren't gung-ho, which you should be if you're a leader, you need to get your coaches there, and you need to lead by example and be there yourself. Because you might go 2-star, and that's as far as you go with Beachbody, but you don't know who the heck you sign in your downline that might go 15-star. So don't hold them back just because you aren't super passionate about it. Like Alex said, now she's finally getting to the point where she realizes the importance of events. So I encourage all leaders to have your downline there and encourage them to be there, and you need to be there yourself. So I'm going to go into recognition. We have a document in Epic Empire that we like to track our Success Club points. And the points are a direct reflection. I know we have new coaches on the call. They're a direct reflection of the people that you are helping. I hate to put a point number on somebody's head, but it's a measurable way to see how you are doing and how our challenge groups are filling up with new people. So Success Club points, we have Success Club 5 and 10. And the way you get those points is a challenge pack is 2 points, and Shakeology Home Direct is 1 point. So when I read these numbers off, that's where they're coming from. All right. I hope I don't mess up anybody's name. We have Tony Warren. That's a new name on here. I haven't seen you before. At 2 points. Doug, congratulations. Brand new coach, signed a coach, and has 2 Success Club points. Congratulations. Welcome, Doug. Barbara, you have 4 points. Stacy K has 2 points. Denise Goldberg has 1 coach and 1 point. Maria has 2 points. Beth, you have 2 points. Sherry, you have 1 coach and 4 points. So close to Success Club 5. Nicola has 2 points. Stephanie Dooley, 1 coach, 2 points. Crystal Floyd, 1 coach, 2 points. Denise Hubert, 4 points. Lauren Carhart, 2 coaches, 4 points. Lauren, that's your Emerald. I'm assuming you went Emerald last week. I don't know. I need to find out. But that's amazing. Congratulations. Sarah has 4 points. And then in Success Club 5, so you 4-pointers, you need to jump over the line like tomorrow. All right. Success Club 5, we have Lisa at 6 points. I think that might be your first time in Success Club. I've never seen your name up there, so congratulations. Tracy has 1 coach and 9 points. Tracy, you're so close to Success Club 10. It's totally worth it to get that last point in there. And then I have myself at 13 points and Annette, of course, leading the pack at 14 points. So congratulations to everybody's in Success Club. And I encourage all of you to get there by the end of the month. And where are we at? I don't even know what today is. The 22nd. So we have like less than 10 days to get in Success Club, 5 or 10. All right. So I want to get in tonight's call. And the reason why I'm really motivated to talk about this topic is that I'm going to be blunt. I suck at planning. I'm terrible at it. Some of the leaders on my team know it because I rely on them a lot because some of them are really skilled at it. And so this is something that I'm really trying to focus on this year for myself. If I'm going to be a leader of a ginormous team that's going to grow to 30, 40,000 coaches. I need to get this down. And it'll save so much time in my life where I'm not stressing when I actually have a plan, because we hear this and we say it to our challengers all the time about meal prep and everything. If we fail to plan, you better plan to fail. And it's so true. It's in our fitness routines. We know when we're going to work out. If we don't know when we're going to work out, we usually end up not working out. Our meal planning, if we don't know what we're going to eat that day, then we can sometimes slip up and eat the wrong things. So it's the same thing with your business. You have got to have a plan daily, hourly with your business and intertwine it in your personal life. Nobody signed up for this. Well, I wouldn't say nobody. Some people signed up for this as a full-time career. That's fine. It can turn into that. But nobody initially signed up for this for it to consume your life, right? You signed up to do something fun and make a little money. Well, now you need to plan it out so you can intertwine having kids, having a job, keeping your house clean, all of that, and not completely overwhelming yourself. And it can get a little overwhelming sometimes if you don't do this. Believe me, that's the way I live sometimes. All right, so I want to show you this next slide. It's kind of a neat visual. I think there are 5 things that you need to be doing daily to make sure you are getting the results that you want. And your results you want typically are you're getting in better shape, you're eating healthy and getting a transformation constantly, you are getting a paycheck weekly, and you are learning and growing personally, internally, and becoming a better person as a leader, as a mom, as a husband, whatever. You want to make sure that everything you do on your checklist is getting you to your goal. That you're not playing on Facebook and staring at news feeds. That's not getting you to your goal. That is wasting your time. Sitting and vegging in front of the TV on Doritos is not getting you to your fitness goal. So, I mean, all of that is going to be in this checklist. So this is kind of a neat thing. Grow, plan, connect, follow up, track. They're not in any particular order. It's just written out. But this is what I'm going to focus on tonight's call. So the first one I have is grow. And I cannot express enough how much I'm going to start with just Shakeology because I feel like that's like the lower one. Shakeology, you have to be a proof of the product, right? How in the world can you tell somebody that Shakeology is transforming your life if you're not using it? If you have a stockpile of Shakeology because you're not drinking it every day, you got a problem. Start drinking your Shakeology so that when you talk to people about it, you are truthfully talking to them from the heart. You're not just selling them something that you don't personally use. So, all you coaches out there, you need to be drinking Shakeology every day. It's a part of our nutrition plan. Every program incorporates it unless you're doing, I don't know. I don't even think there is one that doesn't use it. The countdown to competition. I don't know if you use it a lot in that one. But besides that, you should be drinking your Shakeology every day and being a proof of the product by doing your workouts. And I said this on a previous call, and I think it is a huge stumbling block for many coaches. If you don't have a transformation in the past 6 months, if your body looks exactly the same as it did 6 months ago, there's a problem. You should be transforming your body. Now, for me, I got kind of chubby over Christmas, not in anybody else's standards, but in my standards, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I'd fallen back. I drank too much wine. We traveled a lot. I was eating a lot more because it was the holidays. And then 21 Day Fix Extreme came up, and I said, you know what? I need a transformation. And I got a transformation with 21 Day Fix Extreme. I shared it publicly on my Facebook page. Not only did I grow and become more fit and healthy, but I brought along a lot of people with me who wanted those same results. So make sure you are working on your transformation. You're doing your workouts 5-6 days a week like you're supposed to, and you're drinking your Shakeology, and you're sharing that with people publicly on your Facebook page. And then lastly, and probably the most important, is personal development. If you think about it, with personal development, it affects all areas of your coaching business. Your invite probably sucks in the beginning. Every coach when you first start out, it sounds cheesy, salesy, uncomfortable, not like you. You just feel like you're making something up and it's really awkward. Personal development will help you with your invite. It will help you in your belief and confidence in yourself. And I feel like the people who are not, which is myself, doing personal development can struggle sometimes with inviting. And I struggle with inviting. I am so thankful to God that I can post on Facebook and people like to come to me because I suck at inviting on a one-to-one, like cold invite basis. And I think personal development will help with that. Personal development will help you with keeping your habit of your fitness routine. That's why it's part of the 3 vital behaviors of invite, personal development, and being a proof of the product works. Because I feel like, I keep saying personal, I feel like PD is the core of it all. You will learn to stick with your workouts. You will learn to have the confidence and skill set to invite if you are doing your personal development. What do I mean by that? Some of you guys are like, what the heck is personal development? I know we have new coaches. We have a ton of books. I recommend John C. Maxwell. He's like my go-to guy. Go Pro, Compound Effect with Darren Hardy. There's so many amazing books out there. There's another one with a curse word in it that I don't like to say, but I'm excited about reading it. You're a bad A or something like that. But there's some amazing books out there. And if you don't know what to pick, just post an Epic Empire. And there are a ton of coaches that can give you some fantastic recommendations. So every single day you should be growing. Every single day you should be doing your Shakeology. Every single day you should be doing your workout. And every single day you should be doing at least 10 minutes of personal development. If not, guess what? This business is not going to work. It's not. If you're not working out, not doing your Shakeology, and you're not doing personal development, you are a liar when you talk to people. Don't be that person. It's about. So make sure you're working and growing on you so that when you speak to somebody, you're speaking truth from your heart. All right. Yeah, I just called you a liar. Whatever. Speaking like is. Sorry. All right. The next one is connect, right? This business is all about relationship and making those connections. That's actually one of the things I love about it, besides the fact that I continue to maintain the 6-pack abs, even though I fall off sometimes I get it back. That's a great part of coaching. It holds you accountable to your fitness. But I have got so many more relationships in my life that help me in areas because I'm a coach. All of these coaches on this team are friends of mine who I find is like just amazing and add value to my life every day. So make sure you're connecting. How can you do that? Here's a simple little list. Add 5 new connections on social media. What do I mean by 5 new connections? You can get involved in different groups. If you have a lab dog or whatever they're called, Labrador, I don't know how you call it. If you have a certain type of dog, I bet you there's a Facebook group about that dog, people who love those dogs. If you're a mom, obviously there's a bazillion mom groups. If you're a runner, there's running groups. If you're a breastfeeding mom, there's breastfeeding groups. I mean, it's insane the connections that you can make on social media with people outside of fitness. Don't just get in, I mean, running groups are great, but don't just get in fitness groups. You want to get in groups where there are things that connect with you. So I challenge you daily to try to make 5 new connections. And it doesn't mean go find that group 5 times. It means within those groups that you are in, try to make a connection. And it can be as simple as you're in a mom group and you're like, hey guys, I'm looking for a new vacuum. What do you guys recommend? Simple. You get advice. You start interacting with those people and asking questions. It could be, and Kelly did something about getting her daughter's ears pierced and when is the best time to do it. You could post that in a mom group and get a ton of advice and probably start a fight, but whatever, because moms are weird. Anyways, the other one, start 5 new conversations. Kind of intertwined with what I just said, but I definitely encourage you to, and it's going to be on one of the forums I'm going to show here in a minute, to go in and have a conversation with somebody that you are Facebook friends that you haven't connected with in a while. So it could be as simple as, hey, Kelly, the other day I saw you post this crock pot recipe. Can you send it to me? Something like that, something not Beachbody, where you can start up a conversation with them. So 5 new conversations. every day you should be checking in. If you are a new coach, you should be checking in with your upline. If you are a leader, you should be checking in with your downline, with all of your coaches. And then also go into Epic Empire or Knockout Kings, whatever team you're a part of, and make sure you're in the groups and that you're interacting in the groups every day, because you don't want to miss something. People post some amazing stuff in our team. Libby's been posting some great resources in Epic Empire, and I hate for you guys to miss out on that because you don't see it, and then it goes down to the bottom. So make sure you're checking in at least once a day in there. Checking in with your challenge groups. Don't desert your challengers. Don't just toss them in our 21-day fix group and then hope everybody else is coaching them. Make sure you're going in and seeing if they've been posting in the past 3 days. If they haven't, write them a message publicly on the page, or you can send them a private message. But make sure you're checking in with challenge groups every single day. Even on Sundays, I still check in. Recognize and reward people's success. I think this is the one that we tend to overlook. We tend to recognize and reward people who are not even like a part of us because we see their transformation. But it's so key, especially for leaders and new coaches. If you guys have a challenger who has lost 5 pounds, give them a shout out. And you don't even have to use their full name if they don't want to be tagged, but they love seeing it. If they want to be tagged, that's even better. Give them a shout out and recognize them for the little successes that they have. And you should be doing that daily. And it can be in a private challenge group. It can be, I just talked to Alex and she has lost 5 pounds and is down in dress size and feels amazing. Everybody, congratulations to Alex. And you can post that in the challenge group where it's comfortable and safe. So I say daily, you need to be recognizing and rewarding your people, because they will continue to grow in what they're doing and not be this and feel like they're conquering these little steps and not just looking at, I want to lose 30 pounds and not there. Recognize the little things that they're doing. Connect with your team. That's kind of the same thing as going in the team group that I talked about earlier. And then you should be sharing at least 3 posts on social media a day. I tend to do 5. I do 7, 10, 1, 4, 7, 10. That was my breastfeeding schedule, by the way. Every 3 hours. Sorry, TMI. But that's tend to how I like to post on social media. But at minimum, 3 quality posts a day. One of them would be your workout, right? Because you worked out. And the other 2 can be something that relates to you. You know, your kids, what you cook for dinner, a question, but something about your day that's going on that makes you relatable to other people. All right. I swear that this business is in the follow-up, and so many coaches miss this. You've got to follow up with people. You've got to follow up with conversations. You cannot just assume when somebody says, oh, yeah, I got a gym membership, and I'm so excited about doing the Zumba class, so I'm going to do that instead. Okay, you're not interested. I write that name down, and I say, Crystal got a gym membership on February 2nd, and she's excited about doing Zumba class, right? Then you follow up. I don't know, I'd even give it like 2 months because she's not interested. And give her 2 months to try out that Zumba class. And you message her 2 months later, and guess what she's going to say? Well, yeah, I've been going sometimes. It's been really hard to get to the gym, and I haven't really seen much transformation. Usually I'll ask, hey, Crystal, so you said you're going to the gym, and you were doing a Zumba class. How are you liking it? What's your transformation look like? Do you have before and after pictures or anything like that? That's going to be like hilarious to them, because they're going to be like, as we all know, we join gyms and we don't do anything with it. So follow up with people. Even if they tell you no, follow up with them about what they're doing and what's working for them or not working, and see where you can jump in and accommodate what they need. Let's see, follow up with conversations that you started yesterday. That's one of the things you need to remember. If you start a conversation yesterday, make sure the next following day that you follow up with them. Do not leave them hanging for 3 and 4 days. Make sure you reply to any inbound messages. I try to get through my inbox by the end of the day so somebody knows that I'm going to respond to them. And this might all sound really silly to you guys, but I promise you it builds up over time. And then check in with all of your maybes and your laters and your no's. And that can just be the example of that they're going to the gym. You follow up with them and see how their transformation is going, if they're enjoying it. If they're going to have a baby, check in and say, when do you do? How are things going? Have you had a baby shower? Conversation, follow up, relationship building. That is what this business is founded on. So make sure you're doing that. Don't just take the no and write them off and leave them there. All right. Track. This is the part I suck at. So one of the actions that you should be doing daily is tracking. And every day, this is one thing I do, check in your online office for coach breaking news. I always go into my online office. I make sure my points are correct. I look at my volume to see where my right and left leg are going, and I can explain all that stuff later, or your upline can. And then I check the news on the side to see what all Beachbody is putting out. So every day you should be signing into your online office, or at least 6 days a week, and checking it out and see what's back there. If you're going to grow this into a business, that is your business right there. You need to go in there and take a look at it. And if you don't understand something, ask the team or ask your upline, or go on YouTube. There's like a million YouTube channels that can explain so much in your online office. And let's see, check for new customers and coaches and rank advancements. If you're a leader, you should be doing that. If you are hitting Success Club and you're getting free leads, you need to be going in and seeing if you're getting new customers and sending out emails to them, welcoming them and asking them if you want to get them plugged into one of our challenge groups on Facebook. Because one of the main things you want to do with free leads is connect them to your Facebook. Verify your Success Club points and your volume. I do that every day. I make sure everything's on track. I didn't take anything away, or I didn't have any returns. I always like to evaluate what worked that day, learn from it, and see what I can change the following day. And that is something where you're just continually growing. You're like, you know what, I had this conversation with Alex and it didn't go so well. This is totally a makeup story. It didn't go so well. Kind of reevaluate how I would do it differently next time I had the conversation. You should be constantly evaluating yourself in that way so you can be better at it the next time. And then with my personal development, this is something that I learned through John Maxwell. I like to take notes or write in the book that I'm reading. And something that he taught us to do was to write an A, a C, or a T next to it. And anything you write an A next to means you need to apply to your business or to your life immediately. Anything you write a C next to, something you need to change, something you need to do differently. And anything you write a T next to is something that you need to teach somebody on your team how to do, because you see something that's missing. And that's a practice that he encourages us to do. Sorry. That's something he encourages us to do when we're reading personal development. Can you please go upstairs?
I want you to bed.
Please go upstairs. All right. Hope this is all making sense. And then another one is plan. Can you take him upstairs?
Right now.
Go. Take that out of your mouth.
Move it.
Sorry. Based on what I will change, plan tomorrow's business activities. So each day, the night before, like tonight we get off this call, what is your plan for tomorrow? When are you going to work out? What are you going to eat? What 5 people are you going to connect with? Make sure you have a plan for the following day. Don't just wake up that morning and expect it to happen, because you know what? Our days are always crazy and chaotic when we wake up, and then we end up starting up halfway through the day and we're like, oh crap, I haven't messaged anybody, I haven't done any of my follow-ups, and you start getting frantic and then you don't get anything done, or you skip your workout. And then schedule your Beachbody Power Hour into your schedule for the following day. And I'm going to share with you what a power hour is, and all of this is going to be provided for you in Epic Empire. So here's one example. The power hour is the next slide. Here's an example of tracking activity. Simple document. You got Monday through Sunday in there. You have 2 friends that you become friends with on Facebook. 2 new friends, high school, old job, whatever. 2 people that you message, that you are Facebook friends, that you just shoot them a message. It could be, like I said, anything that you have in common with them that you want to talk to them about or ask them a question about. That's developing a relationship with people and building rapport. 2 invites a day. Follow up with 2 people, like somebody who was last week who had mentioned being interested and then they never responded back to you. You can send them a little message to follow up with them every day. 2 coach mentionings, 2 planting of seeds about coaching. And the reason why I say that is that people don't usually think of themselves as a coach, or they don't even realize that it's really an opportunity. And so if you see a challenger who is rocking the fitness challenge, who's killing 21-day fix, who's losing weight, who's encouraging people in the challenge groups, you need to message them privately, or you can say it publicly and be like, you would be an amazing coach. You're already doing what I'm doing. You love the products. You're getting a transformation, and you're already encouraging and inspiring people within our own challenge group. Just want to say that I think you'd be a fantastic coach. And you don't even have to ask them if they want to coach. Just a little seed planted in their mind so they can ponder on it and see whether or not it's something they're interested in doing, and they'll come back to you. Or you'll hold a sneak peek and they'll join it. And then social media, I said 3. I think 3 is the minimum. This tracker has 2, but you posted on social media at least twice. But I would say add a 3rd one in there. And then your other tasks are checking in with your challenge group, checking in with training groups if you're a leader, and you put people in our Epic Empire training. Guess what? Just because I'm posting or Libby's posting doesn't mean you just throw your coaches and your new coaches in there and you don't check in with them. It is your responsibility as a leader to go in there and make sure that they're understanding and answering the questions within our training group. All right, so that's a document that I will post in Epic Empire for you guys to have access to. Here's our Power Hour list. And like I said, this is totally can be changed to what works for you. You don't have to do this. It's just ideas. I know Kelly's got some really cool documents she uses with her team. So there's all kinds of different ways to run your business. So this is just an example of how you can do it. Here's a little Power Hour list. I've seen a few of them. This is one that I put on there. I don't know if I need to read everything on here. It's kind of repetitive about drinking your Shakeology, checking your back office, checking your training groups, follow up with 2 people. It's kind of the same thing as you saw on the activity tracker earlier. But you need to have some sort of list that you're checking off daily. Because if you're not, you're going to go like 3 days without even inviting, or 3 days without working out, or 3 days without checking your online office. You need to be doing these things daily. Or guess what? It's not going to work. And you're going to go to your upline and be like, I don't get it. I only have 1 point, and I don't understand why this isn't working for me. Because you're not working. This doesn't happen overnight. It's not magical. There's no magic pill to becoming wealthy or anything like that. You have to put in the work. If you put in the work, it will work. And it will compound much bigger than working in the corporate world. In the corporate world, you get a salary. That's what you get. You get like maybe a 5% raise the next year. This is different. This grows and it compounds much quicker than any corporate job. Promise. And let's see. So, action going forward. What resources will you use to help grow your business? Think about that. What activity tracker do you want to use? What works for you? If you don't like the one I posted, go find one that you like and works for your brain. I'm more of I don't like the one that we have in the back office, so I've created my own, and I feel like it's more simple and it's colorful. It makes sense to me. Make sure you find one that works for you. And if you fail to plan, I promise you the business is not going to work and it's going to fail. And not saying you're going to waste your money, because at least you'll have a workout program in Shakeology, which is great. But I don't want that to be. I want you guys to be successful in this, and I want you to enjoy this process. And I'm just trying to give you the tools that will get you there. But like I said, this business will not build itself. You have to put in a little bit of sweat, and actually you'll see the fruit of your labor. I promise. Like Kelsey said earlier, what Summer had said, stay here for 2 years and you do this, what I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind, the potential in this business. So that's kind of what I had for you guys tonight. Biggest emphasis is to make sure you have something and you're tracking your business and you're tracking it daily. I was going to open up if you guys had any questions, because I kind of spoke really fast. Questions? comments, final remarks?
I will just say thank you for posting all that, because that's exactly all of the lineup that I had been looking for that I was asking you about. So thank you for having that all written out again.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. And we're going to go in more in depth in this, as you know, there's a few of us who are being mentored by John Maxwell this year, and this is kind of some of the stuff he's going to be covering a lot more in depth. So we'll have more team calls on each individual step and what that looks like in your business and how to really implement it in your life and in your business. So you'll hear more, and it's going to be coming straight from John Maxwell. So that's pretty awesome. Anybody else?
I have a comment just because people are on this call. So me and my personally sponsored coaches, we're going to open, or it's already open, but people aren't in there yet, a private group that I talked about doing after last year's Success Club, but it never happened. So a year later, here we go. I ordered Slight Edge for all my coaches. Slight Edge is the first book we're going to read. And I found kind of like an outline-y type, not worksheet, but kind of like a book club type thing. So if anybody in Epic is interested in joining us, you can message me and I will add you, but I am keeping it private, or I will get requests from everybody on my list to be a part of it. So
Awesome. So if you guys are interested in doing a personal development book club with Alex and her team, message her and join it. I totally encourage you guys to do that. I've read Slight Edge. It's amazing. It's very similar to Compound Effect, but it's a great, great book.
The reason I picked Slight Edge is because every single coach on the top panel was like, Slight Edge, Slight Edge, Slight Edge. And since I bought 5, 6, 7 personal development books last year, and I don't even know where they are right now, I figured I should restart. And you can buy it on Amazon for like $3.98 or $4.98, and then, or you can buy it like digitally on your iPhone. I didn't even know.
I listened to it while I'm driving. I was driving to Tennessee, and I listened to the whole book there and back. I was done.
By the way, my coaches are probably like, wait a minute.
Anybody else? What is that beeping sound?
Crystal wanted to know, do they really have babysitting at Super Saturday?
No. Or ours don't. I don't know about other people might, but ours does not. That would be a huge liability.
Oh, because the one in Seattle, I looked it up and it said daycare, something about daycare.
I mean, if it's a smaller one, maybe they have like their teenagers or something watching the kids. I don't know. But DC's doesn't.
Oh my gosh, it's me, Jason. I can't figure it out. Stephanie and I went through this forever one time. I can't find it.
You guys are silly. Libby, you can unrecord now so you feel more comfortable.